All right, we are live.
Right then.
And
Cheers, y'all.
I hope everybody out there is doing great because I know I feel pretty good tonight. I took me a little BC powder earlier because work gave me a headache today. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good, and this whiskey's helping too.
Yeah, my work was a little rough today too.
Mm,
Uh, I wound up over in the back 40 of this one piece of land and up on the side of a hill, kind of like 30-degree angle up this way and 15 this way, and run out of fuel
mm.
on the skid steer.
Well, at
Yeah,
least that thing has a wide base to it, you know.
yeah, that's just but when you run out, it's there.
Yeah,
So
it no move. Yeah.
yeah, so I wound up having to walk over to the truck, get a am tank, with a big fuel cell basically, and drive it back over there, put it in 4-wheel drive to back up the hill to where the skid steer was, put some fuel in it, get it running again.
See how I learned to read. I'm reading for YKB. I'm gonna put YKB down here,
There you go.
and I haven't even announced all the stuff yet, but we will get to that shortly. There's some really good samples to give away tonight, by the way. But
Hmm.
yeah, all the best. Yeah, heck yeah, yeah. And no, so I know that we either have or are going to have some new members, or not members, but people joining, subs, joining the show tonight. And I do want to go over the rules because I don't want anyone to be guessing. So uh, before we get too deep into all this, I do want to say that this is a quarterly drawing. Now we just held it, so this is a new quarter. So if
Hmm.
you're just coming in, you're coming in at the right time because each week, if you join every week and you put in these hashtags, you have a chance to get entries. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern time, or 7 p.m. No, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm sorry, I'm confused with the time zones. We do a put me in, and I call it everybody gets a trophy. So all you have to do is type put me in the chat during that time frame between 8 and 8:30, and you get two entries to the quarterly drawing. So with that, what are we giving away? We On the quarterly drawing, we give away a 24 note nosing kit, three sample bourbons, and a laser engraved glass with my logo on it. I will tell y'all this. I did announce that I was giving away whiskey toppers to go on here, and I still am. And I can have them engraved with whatever you want on them, on top within reason. Uh, but I tried to order some more, and I ordered those Cairn caps,
Hmm.
and I had to send them back.
Oh, really?
Only one of the six would fit the glass. They wouldn't go in the glass.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they're too a little too big. And I tried them on a Glen Cairn actual glass. They would not fit. They would not fit the ones I like to use, which is not an actual Glen Cairn, but they're exactly the same, you know,
Top wise.
top wise. Um, and they're $20 now. They had another one on there. Um, yeah, so they had another brand on there where you could get six of them for like
Hmm.
$10 and something, and
Dang.
now they're unavailable.
Of course.
Yeah. So now I know those did fit, and I would buy those like two packs at a time. So, long story short, I'm having trouble getting the bamboo toppers for the Glens right now, but I
Hmm.
have enough for a whole year of giveaways, for the quarterly drawing. So,
Okay.
over the next several giveaways, will still get their Glen toppers engraved with whatever they want. But I may, if something doesn't change, I'm gonna have to stop that. So
Yeah.
because I just won't have them. But other than that, no, I've got plenty still left. I counted them up today. Plenty left to go. Um, oh yeah, size. Hey, if they won't go, they won't go, man. I tried to. They say if it don't fit, force it. But man, we're dealing with really thin crystal here. I didn't want to take a hammer and hit it. But now, so with that, all you have to do is put in these hashtags, and there is first, second, and third prize. And you get second prize gets a couple of ounces of anything you want off the shelf plus a glass, and third prize is just the glass. So Um, yeah, with that, and then we also do a halfway mark giveaway, which the next one is on July 25th. That those do require super chats or stickers, either way, and you get 2 entries per dollar, uh, and you also get those same 2 entries for tonight, and we do give away samples. And let me go ahead and play the sample right now, so everyone knows what we're giving away.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, I see Chadio says, "Did you break my winder?" Yeah, he put he put
Well,
a
yeah.
picture of his sliding door on Facebook, and it was shattered, and it was that safety glass where something hits it, it just shatters all over. And
Hmm.
so I put the men in hats picture up there, and I said, "It's safety glass."
I saw that.
Yeah. Uh, yep, she does. She does. She's cool with it. Yeah, yeah, no. So, but
Yep.
you get tonight, and go ahead and tell them in life about your bottles, about your giveaway.
All right. These are different ones. Some of them are harder to find, like this one, the barley wine cast finish. Uh, this was it's a 4-year-old blend, and I think they aged it. What is it? 13 months in a rye turned barley wine beer barrel. So it's quite good. And then they have the another rye that's another 4-year-old one that's aged in 18 months in PX sherry barrels. So it looks like that. But and then I recently picked up the double oaked. I don't know much about this one, but she's dark. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's a dark one. So we figured we'll try that, and I think maybe next. But you're doing the samples next week,
Next week, yeah.
and then I think the week after that, I'm going to do three of the three different EH Taylors.
Cool.
So we'll do a single barrel, a small batch, and then the rye.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, I think I would really like the try all those Sagamores. They're I've heard good things. So,
Yeah, Sagamore makes really good rye.
well, speaking of that,
Hey Becca,
what are you sipping on right now?
I just finished off a what was it? A Glasgow 1770, just a normal light Scotch, and then I just swapped to the Balvenie Double Wood, and then when I get finish that one off, I'm going to pop the top on this E.H. Taylor single barrel. Give that a shot.
Awesome. All right, Carl, I got you.
Got to start off
So
with a nice lower proof stuff, you know.
I see Becca's in the house. Becca, did you get your prize winnings today?
Cheers, Becca
So,
and Chadio.
Chatty-o, Chatty-o. So, oh, there's Kathy for herself there. Yep.
And Carl.
Oh yeah, I
Heal up
got
quick.
Carl.
Okay. Hope you heal up pretty quick there, Carl.
All right. So, hashtags. Let's get this thing show on the road. We're
Yes,
going to
sir.
Japan. Y'all want to come to Japan with me? Here we are. This week and next, we're going to be highlighting 20. So it's 10 tonight, 10 next week, Japanese whiskeys. If y'all don't know the story, the Japanese whiskey guys went over. Um, all right. Hey, thanks, Phil. And Cody O, I got you, man. Um, so the Japanese guys went over to Ireland and studied in I mean Scotland and went to Scotland and studied and learned how to make uh, Scotch. And then
Mm-hmm.
they went back and sourced everything locally. So it's not Scotch, but but it's same kind of parallel, along the earth line there. So it's similar conditions, and they locally sourced everything and make it there in Japan. So we're going to be just looking at some of these Japanese whiskeys tonight. I've had a couple of them, but I haven't had them all. but I did live in Japan for 4.5 years. But back at that time, I was drinking mostly Heineken and some mixed drinks. So,
Ooh, Heine.
but we're going to start off with this one, and this is worth 4 entries. So Akashi single malt, and I do know how to pronounce all these Japanese names because I learned the Japanese syllabary when I was over there. So this is Akashi, and there it is.
Okay. Hadn't seen that one before.
Nah, me either. But I mean, they say life's wasted on the youth or whatever.
Yeah.
And back then I just wasn't that into studying things other than what I was doing in the military. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. When I was in, you know, I was down in Florida mainly most of the time, and we drank a lot of beer.
Yeah. Lots of beer. And
Yeah.
then, you find whiskey and you get less bloated and you're like, hey, this is cool.
Hmm. Yeah, except we drink enough that you just black out and don't know what you were doing.
Well, I've done that before. I try not to anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you put ATM.
With age comes wisdom.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
This is what I'm sipping on right now. This is Wild Parallel from Arkansas. I don't have any Japanese
Hmm.
whiskey, so I figured I would do an Arkansas. Well, and this is Indiana juice, but it's
Hmm.
finished in toasted oak barrels. It's pretty good. Then I'm going to do a North Carolina here, Southern Star, which is a bottled and bond. The first one is 99.5 or 99 proof. Excuse me. And then I'm gonna, and that's a bottle and bond, so it's 100 proof. And then the J Riggers, Missouri, that's Kansas City, that's 100 proof. So I'm gonna sip on these 100 proofers tonight.
Oh, Carl, it's just a good old, like factory second sort of thing. It's, who is this made by? Drew Estates.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Drew Estates, they're not bad. Some of them.
yeah, it's just a Connecticut shade. It's a nice light
Hmm.
smoke. Something you don't have to, concentrate on. It's not gonna like overpower stuff and make you go, what the heck, or burn your palate up.
Yeah.
Some of those the Maduros tend to burn my tongue up like pipe, like smoking a pipe or something. They get a little harsh for me.
All
At
righty.
least some of them do.
Well, I tell you what, I've had one. I've only had two of the Alec Bradleys I picked up. I picked up 10 different Alec Bradleys,
Hmm.
and I just wanted to try through their series and all to see what all I like. The first one I didn't care for, but the Black Market is really good.
I can't remember which ones I've had. I've had 4 or 5 different ones of theirs, and they were really good. I don't know, most of the ones I had, I think out of the 5, maybe one of them was like, it's not my cup of tea, but most of them were really good.
No, I have not had the Magic Toast. I don't even know if I have it. My humidor is getting kind of full, and I don't like stacking the cigars too high in the humidor. I like keeping them spread out, and
Yeah.
I don't like covering cigars with other cigars, so I put them in the back of a drawer. So I have to pull that drawer all the way out to see them. But I'm just going through them one at a time, and I'm going to keep the bands that I like, and so I know what to reorder from there.
Okay.
But
Lori's asking a question about Scotch.
let's see here. Let's highlight it so I can read it better. Since they sell, obviously the proof. What exactly is the difference? Okay, there is a huge difference between scotches regionally.
Mm.
There's some that are heavily peated, some are lightly peated, some are not peated at all. So they burn that peat moss to stop the
The
malting
malt.
process on that barley, and it imparts a very smoky flavor into the scotch. Some of them don't do that. I know the Highland scotches. Some people say they're a little waxy flavor or feeling, on the tongue. I kind of like them. The only real heavily peated scotch that I found that I really like is Ardbeg Uigeadail. But I am not a scotch expert, guys. Don't even get me started. I'm sure there's some other people in here that can answer your questions better than I can.
Hmm. Yep. I'm I'm just now getting into Scotch as well. Just now, like for the last, uh, let's say middle of last year, and a lot of this stuff over here on this level here is Scotches, and it, like you say, it ranges from non-peated stuff that's really floral and fruity flavors and stuff to some really heavily peated stuff. I mean, I've got like a Lecheg, Tan, Kilhoman, um, Port Charlotte, Octomore, Ardbeg, Lafroy. All of those are peated, and for most people don't like peat right to start off with. Some people do. Everybody's got a different palate, so it's I like Scotch. I like the peat now too. I didn't write it first, but then it did not take me very long to go. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, like Peter said, majority of Scotch is not peated.
Yeah, the majority isn't.
Hey, let me
And
spin this thing because my alarm did go off. I mean, I'm not in a huge hurry tonight because we don't have a big giveaway at the end of this, but good luck, everybody, on 4 entries to the quarterly drawing.
cheers, Bobby Bad Axe and Independent Joe. Cheers,
Chatty
brother.
O, look at him come in here and take the first 4
Nice.
entries. All right. Congratulations, Chatty O. I will let the confetti die down before I stop sharing. Boom. And then I'll set the next one up.
I think the main difference between a lot of the scotches and, like say, bourbons and ryes is the flavor components. Scotch doesn't taste anything like a bourbon. It doesn't have all. It has a little bit of that vanilla note, and
Well,
maybe a
because they
little bit of
use the
that barrel.
barrels a lot of
It's
times.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
they use a used barrel, so a lot of that, the bourbon has already pulled out a lot of that. All the majority of that, so there's some left over, but it's not in your face like it is with bourbon.
All right. Phase 2 of Japan. Here we go. This is Ichiro's Malt Chichibu.
Hmm, I've not seen that one either.
Ichiro, and this is a peated single malt.
Oh, well, I'd give it a go.
Yeah. And it says right there, the peated on it, if
The
you can
peated,
read that.
yeah, 2022 version. Hmm. Well, it's nice to know they're doing some peated stuff and not just your normal, you know, like Scotch or blended Scotch.
Yeah, Lori peat means it's got some smoke in it. It's going to taste a little smoky.
Yep, and that's a big difference over there too. Is where the peat came from.
Well,
Yeah,
and I can tell you there's one coming up where they actually named the peat and it's not peated. They call
hmm.
it peated because of Scotch. It's
Yeah,
actually wood that they use to smoke it with.
ah, yeah. Andalusia down here is doing that some, where they're smoking some of their stuff, some of the malt, with peat, and then they're also doing. They have some where they're doing other woods and stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, Peter White said there's lots of different single malt. Yeah, and we have American whiskey that are single malts here.
Yeah.
But according to our laws in America, if they're going to sell it in the United States, they're not supposed to call it Scotch unless it comes from Scotland.
Oh yeah. It technically, yeah, unless the Scotch distill it and age it in Scotland, it's not Scotch.
It's not Scotch. It's just a
It's a
whiskey,
single malt.
single
You
malt
know.
whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah. Or it could just be a malt whiskey. It doesn't have to be a single malt.
Oh yeah, yeah, it could. Yeah. Bad Axe Bourbon in the house. What's going on? I see Jerry Allball's here,
Uh,
Arball, and Independent Joe.
and there's Ben. He's got some wood I could smoke, but I probably already smoked it before.
He's a wood. You can. I'm sure you haven't smoked that one
Uh,
before.
I've smoked cherry wood and
Yeah,
sassafras and
yeah.
walnut and
I think he's
you
talking
name it.
about I think he's talking about an appendage of wood.
Wow.
All right. You know what? That wild parallel was pretty good. I'm going to pour another little pour of it. Now it is Indiana juice, but it's a
Yeah.
sweeter, one of their sweeter mash bills. And I like that toasty oak. They finished it in toasted oak barrels, so
Mm.
and it's all right. And then I'll move on to the Southern Star.
Okay, Loki. Nah, Deland, I'll pass.
Well, if anyone's new in the house, make yourself known. Make sure you join in. Put these hashtags in there, uh, and get some entries. You have a chance for more entries, and don't be shy. It's a welcoming community, except for Ben. Nah, he's cool.
He's just uncensored, you know.
Yeah, he's just uncensored. That's all. Yeah.
Hey, John Kranz and William Hall. Cheers, brothers.
Yeah, we're here to have some fun. That's what this is about. And give stuff away.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Mark's having technical difficulties, looks like. He has gone dark on us. But we are coming up on 7:06. Got a few more minutes here to put in the next hashtag. But if you miss it, don't worry about it. There'll be one coming right on its heels and worth even more. The hashtags go from 4 to 14. Top 10 list. But this is, in all honesty, not a top 10 list. This is not. This is an alphabetical order according to who makes it type thing. So there we go. Um, here, up, he's muted. He may have had to take a phone call, so we will see. Mm. And while he's doing that, and while we have a couple of minutes, I will say, big hitters at the end, Bounty. Yeah. So Rigger Wonka, welcome, man. I got to hang out with Rigger in Arkansas when I went on that trip. That was a fun lunch. I had a good time. I still need to break into that box. I've been super busy with trying to get these. Well, first I've been trying to get responses from people.
There
So,
we go.
all right, I've been trying to get like, what do you want on the lid? What do you want engraved? And all this stuff. But I had to. So Becca won
There
first
we go.
prize, and
Now I
she is.
can't hear you. What the heck?
He can't hear me. I can hear him though. But uh, Becca's getting ready to move, and so I had to hurry up and get that prize out so I could get it to the current address.
Hey, Jody. I can't hear you.
I can hear
You
you.
can hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you at all for some reason.
Uh-oh.
Dang it. Tell you what, I'm going to jump out and jump back in.
All right, do that. Yeah, I'm not missing out on them, Rigger. I'll get to them. I did pop the tequila open though, and I have had a couple of
No, don't want to do that.
pours of that. So, Mark,
Let's see. We'll just do
yeah,
this.
we joined early so that we can get all the kinks worked out, and then right in the middle of everything, hey, it's live, guys. What can I say? But now, yeah, I'll get into those samples, and I will highlight them here on the show as I start getting through them. I did get, I have the list, of what the numbers are, so I'll get those marked up and get through it. Maybe this weekend I'll sit down and go through and get all those laid out. Bourbon Kitties in the house. All right. And don't be shy, guys. Put those hashtags in there. I'm about to spin this thing right now. And now that Bourbon Kitty's in there, we've got everybody. So here we go. Like I said, if you miss this one, don't worry about it. There'll be another one coming right on its heels. Boom.
There
This
we
is
go.
worth 5 entries. Can you hear me now, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well,
All
we're
right.
spinning right now. So here we go. Jerry J. Congratulations. All right.
I'm not really
Well,
sure what happened. I got some sort of a spam call and I hit end on it,
oh,
and then so it wouldn't keep ringing, and then it just it kicked me off the video and stuff, and then I couldn't hear anything. I'm like,
huh.
oh man, what the heck's going on?
This is why you need a separate computer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, so third one here. Here we go. My
Right,
alarm's
John.
going off. It is the Cheetah Distillers Reserve,
Hmm.
and I love the name on here because in Japanese it's cheetah, so it could mean like the cat or a slang for a cheater.
Yeah. Or cheese puffs.
Yeah, there you go. That's Chester
Yeah, Chester.
Distillers Reserve. All right. It doesn't matter. It's going to be worth 6 entries to the quarterly drawing. Uh, and that's what's important, right? We get those entries down. Ooh, I have to get some water. And while I have everybody here, while we're in a little lull pause thing, I'm going to play this. If you have not done so, it only takes a second. It's free of charge, and it really helps the channel. Just hit that little thumbs up button and let's go.
Yep. Easy peasy.
Hmm. I say, bro, playing around with the Bounty Fun, the Snifter, and the Bottled and Bond.
Yeah.
Got some stickers going.
There you go. Speaking of bottled and bond, I'm gonna have a fresh crack of some bottled and bond.
Oh, well, I'm going to have that next. I think these last two, yep, they're both Bottled and Bond. The ones I'm going to have. So, like I said, I've said this on here before. I do like a good barrel proof cast strength, but I think my sweet spot is around 100 proof to maybe 115, 18 proof, somewhere along in there. Yep, E.H. Taylor.
Good old 100 proofer. Let's see how this single barrel comes out.
That's a single barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Bottled and Bond or is it just single
Mm-hmm.
barrel? Okay, it's Bottled and Bond.
Yeah, it's a bottled and bond 100 proofer. So they just, of course, they want to get more bottles out there, so they proof it down to 100.
Yep.
Smells a lot like the small batch.
I was gonna say it probably is. It's just that's a single barrel they bottled instead of pouring a bunch of barrels together to make a small batch.
Hmm.
But so how does it compare to the small batch then?
Real close.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Is it more expensive than the small batch?
Yes.
Then
About
I wouldn't. Yeah.
It's like double this what I pay for the small batch.
Man, that's sad too.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't be getting that no more.
Well, unless they put Nancy Fraley's name on it.
There you go. Now, I got a whole lot of Nancy Fraley stuff right up through here and on this shelf too.
All right, so
From
Bottled
Still
and
Austin.
Bond. Of course, same rules as bourbon. It has to be over 50% corn in the mash. The rest of the grain, the predominant grain is corn. The rest of them have to be cereal grains. Da 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 da. But Bottled and Bond has to be aged at least 4 years in a bonded warehouse. They come and they inspect the process and all that, and that's how they get bonded. And then it can be over 4 years old. And all of that. But yeah, it's and they're always 100 proof.
Yep.
So they're bottled at 100 proof. So if you ever see a Bottled and Bond, it is 100 proof.
At least 4 years. Like this one,
10-year.
It's a 10-year bottle and
Yep.
bond.
This one from J. Riggers is 6 years. This is a 6-year Bottled and Bond.
Yep. There's all kinds of them.
I do believe the Southern Star here, the Paragon Bottled and Bond, I believe it's 4 years, but I don't think they say. If they don't say, it's probably 4 years.
Yeah, well, it's got to be, if it's bottled and bond, it's got to be at least
It
4 years.
has to be 4 years at least in the
Other-
lease.
Ah, well, dang, Peter White, that's nice. At least they're all the same price, and they're probably cheaper. Well, I don't know. It is Canada. They tend to mark everything up some because they don't want you drinking.
Yeah,
It's bad for you.
it makes you silly.
Oh, it's poison. That alcohol is poison. Now, I got one behind me that is. It's
Yeah.
190 proof.
Woo! Yeah, that's that
That's beer grade.
PGA. Yeah,
Yeah, well, this one is called diesel.
yeah.
Oh, 89. Well, that's
That's
not
not
bad.
bad. That's not bad.
Nah, it's a little high, but you know, that's because of shipping into Canada. Import
Yeah,
taxes and all that stuff.
they have to inspect every bottle. Eh? You know,
Hmm.
I can't sound like they do. I did see my name on the wall, Kathy. I did. I watched that video and I gave it a thumbs up. I think I commented.
Uh, oh, there you go, Peter White. They pump weed in all the kids, but weed is better for you than alcohol. It's not as addictive.
Yeah, I get THC. I don't see anything with THC. Like Willie Nelson said, the only way weed can hurt you is if a bale of it falls out of the barn loft on top of your head.
Yeah,
But I do think with different ways of ingesting THC, it's probably healthier than others. If you
yeah,
just take a couple of drops of oil under your tongue or you eat a gummy, it's probably better than drawing smoke into your lungs.
yeah, for sure.
You know,
And a completely different buzz too.
yeah. She said neither one is addictive to me.
It's got a little bit more of a chocolatey note.
Mm. I mean, I really enjoy the small batch bottled and bond.
Oh, I do too. I think
There's,
that's
I
just
mean,
like a quintessential, bourbon right there.
yeah,
Right, John?
yeah, poutine, yeah.
But that's good stuff there,
Yeah.
though. Oh, heck yeah.
So uh, I've heard it pronounced different ways. I've heard people say Putin,
Putin?
yeah, and then I've heard people say poutine.
I would rather say poutine
I
because I
would
wouldn't
rather
want to
say
eat a Putin.
poutine than Putin. Yeah, but yeah, I've heard it from people up north. They call it poutine, so
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with that.
I've been to Canada and had some, and it's good. I really like it.
It's a unique gravy. It's a
Mm-hmm.
brown gravy on those
Mm-hmm.
fries.
Yep, with some cheese. That's good stuff.
Oh, cheese curds with the yeah.
My buddy in New Jersey called it disco fries.
Poutine. That's what. No, Dad, that's not what it is. He got me on that one. Yeah.
Yep,
No,
close, but no cigar.
yeah. Becca Poutine is Canadian. Well, they make it in Vermont and Canada and stuff too. They copycat, but it's popular in Canada. Let me get Taylor Boone down here, and
Yeah, check out Live from the Patio. Yep, they're
it's a
pretty cool.
it's a brown gravy
Mm-hmm.
over fries with cheese curds sprinkled around on there, and the gravy when I've had it, it was really good crispy fries. They sprinkle the cheese curds around on top and then pour the gravy over that. And the gravy's really hot when they pour it over, so the cheese curds kind of get soft, and it's really good.
Oh, really, John? I didn't know you could
Oh,
get them.
cool.
Well, that's cool. I might have to do that because I just went to like HEB and got your normal brown, dry gravy mix. Used
Yeah,
that, and it's okay, but it's a little
it's
salty.
not the same though. Yeah, or you can just look up how to make poutine gravy on the
Well, but
internet.
you got to be in John's neck of the woods to get good uh, uh, the cheese
Uh,
curds.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I could just go by because we have a Culver's here. I could just go by there and be like, "Hey, give me the unfried cheese curds."
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to share the screen. We are going to spin for the next hashtag. This is worth 6 entries to the quarterly drawing. So good luck, everybody. Here we go. And after this, I'm going to have to start loading the wheel. But before I do that, I am going to play the sample video again because we have more people here. Mike Brock, congratulations. Lori is here. Another little rule is if it lands on me, on my YouTube entry, it goes to Lori because she is visually impaired and it's hard for her to put these hashtags in. And if it lands on my Facebook entry, it doubles the draw for the entries for that draw.
Yeah.
So I will announce that if it happens, but that's something to look forward to.
Taylor Boog and I have not seen bottle or tried it yet, but um, Jody, have you tried any short barrel or the bee's
No, I have
knees?
not. Nope.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. This next one is Fuji single malt. And there's Mount Fuji in the background. So,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not very inspired.
oh, the Fuji.
Yeah. Well, let's just name it a mountain. Yeah, that'll work.
Ah, yeah. I mean, I figured at some point somebody's going to name something Fuji. You know.
Well, yeah.
And guys, I have climbed Mount Fuji before.
Have you now?
Yeah, there's a paved trail with steps that you can
Oh.
walk up and hit these certain points. And yeah, you can say if you get up to a certain point and they give you this thing and you get stamps at every waypoint. And if
Yeah.
you get up to the highest one, they'll stamp it. And when you get back down, you can get a shirt that says, I conquered Fuji.
Oh. How long did that take you? About a day?
No, it doesn't take that long. We got there. The only problem was we got there early enough in the day. It takes about about 5 hours to complete the whole trip.
Hmm.
So it takes about 2.5 hours to go all the way up. But when we got there, the clouds started rolling in and we got gushed on with rain on the way back down. But we were military. We were in shape, whatever.
Oh.
7
Thanks.
likes. What?
Thanks, John Krantz.
Here we go.
That
I'm going to
like
keep
button,
playing
yeah.
that. I'm going to keep bugging y'all on that. Here we go.
I'm gonna steal a Drizzo line and say if you don't hit that like button, you hate puppies.
Yeah, he said, Peter White said, I worked in the Rockies for 7 years. There were no stairs. No. And that's why I said I climbed Mount Fuji. We walked up steps. Yeah, that was what it was. Well, and there's paths and they incline. And then, of course, the way down's a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fixing to head to the Rockies here in August. Head back out to Colorado and get away from some of this heat for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. No, I was actually, if somebody wants to know, I mean, I was at Yokota Air Base in Japan, and Fusa, yeah, it's spelled with an F, but it's Husa, Fusa City or Shi, SHI is what they call their little city towns, and I was on the rail line that you can take to go on over to Fuji. Yeah, so it was pretty easy.
Well, there you go.
Climbing Fuji, nickname for YKB. All right.
Oh, that would be too much information there, Kathy Bates.
uh,
Oh, so short barrels in Memphis. I think I have seen a review or something about that fairly recently. I can't remember by who. I haven't seen any around here, but then
hmm.
again, I haven't been on the lookout for it either.
I have not either. And I do go right through Memphis. Man, the last time I was there, though, not this time, but the last year, I stopped in Memphis on the way back through. And man, that their shelves were so bare. I was so disappointed. I stopped at a
Hmm.
couple of different liquor stores there, and it was, man, they were hurting. But I always go in the spring, and that's not like known for its major releases. So,
Yeah, I got you. Oh, Jerry, I need to get up to Wyoming sometime soon. I have not been in that neck of the woods yet. Colorado is the furthest north I've been on the western side of the U.S. That whole western quadrant I need to get up into.
are you
You know,
talking about like
Wyoming,
Montana?
yeah,
Yeah,
Montana, the Dakotas, Washington State.
it's
I haven't
beautiful.
been into any of that area yet.
Yeah, I was stationed at Malmstrom Air Force Base
Hmm.
in Montana. Missiles is what they're
Ah, yep.
missile wing and the ICBMs.
Ah, sweet.
But yeah, we went to Yellowstone. I mean, mom and dad came up to visit while we were living there, and we went to Yellowstone together and stuff like that. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's just anywhere you go out of town, you're going to drive forever to get there,
Yeah.
unless
Well,
you're
I'm used to that. I
visiting.
live in
Yeah,
Texas. Come on.
yeah, no.
Yeah, anywhere in Texas is an hour. Or you're like, well, like from here to Dallas is 3.5 hours.
Oh yeah,
Here
Horton,
here.
Tim Horton. Oh, I'm sorry, Gawani posted about Tim Horton. You know, Tim Horton has some really good stuff, and coffee's good. I'm not a real coffee drinker,
Mm.
but you know that their coffee is really good, and I like their bagel options and stuff at Tim Horton.
Oh, there you go, Shredward. You want a sample of tire fire? I will be. I need your address so I can send it to you.
Tire fire. Oh my god! And what does it taste like? A tire fire?
No, I mean I've had some
No.
other whiskeys that they supposedly taste like a tire fire that tastes better than that one, but
Oh my goodness!
oh,
He said, "Boo."
is yeah, it's an odd one. It really is. Now they're oddly, the ASW is the producer, and they have another one called Georgia Heartwood, and that one is fantastic. It's a really good whiskey.
Mm. All righty. All righty. Well,
Oh
we have
yeah.
about another minute. If you haven't got the hashtag in of Fuji, hashtag FUJI. And I'm sorry, JI. I didn't mean to say FU, but there you go. If your name's JI, I apologize. But FUJI.
There you go, Shred. No, Fulton, I missed that. How'd that turn out for you? It's a big news on Whisk TV. Yeah, you're right, Sugar Kitty. Everybody needs a little tire fire. I've got your address. I'll be hooking you up, brother.
Mm.
I'm trying to get rid of this bottle. I hate to drain pour or something. Spend good money on it. At least let other people try it, even if you don't like it,
Yeah, it
because
reminds
other
me of
people
that.
might.
It reminds me of that commercial. It's like, when you taste something bad, you want someone else to taste it too.
Yeah, like the raccoon
The
commercial.
raccoons. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
He said, tastes like mango chutney and burnt hair.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was one of my favorite commercials. It's funny.
He said, "Oh, this is awful. Here, try
Yeah,
it.
here, try this. Yeah, that's why I am with this tire fire. This is horrible. You got to try this.
You got to
Just,
try it."
just make sure my palate is that bad. If it's that bad on me, then somebody else is bound to like it. But I don't know.
All right, I'm moving on to the Southern Star uh, wheated. Well, of
Yeah.
course, it's straight bourbon. Um, it is bottled and bond. So this is from
Oh,
North Carolina, right, y'all?
Yeah, I just have to say that E.H. Taylor single barrel, it's pretty good. It's a little sweet for me. It's it's real close to the small batch.
All righty. Well, my alarm went off. I'm going to spin this thing and give away these 7 entries to the quarterly drawing. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. If you are on the channel and you're not putting in the hashtags, why not? You could win Cody O. You could win entries, and those entries pile up, and you could win a 24 note nosing kit, 3 sample bourbons, a whiskey glass, a topper, all that stuff. I'll let y'all know if I have to do away with the toppers, but so far I do not. Got enough to last another year. All right, here we go.
So,
okay. And let's go to the next one. We're touring Japan. Here we go.
right.
The Hakushu. Single malt Japanese whiskey. 12 years old. Now, I picked the 12-year one.
Dang.
You know.
Hakushu.
Yeah. Hakushu. And that's one thing when you're I speak some Japanese. I've lost a lot of it because I haven't, I was there in the 90s.
Yeah.
But to speak Japanese where they can truly understand you, they don't put any emphasis on any one syllabary, through the language.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult as an American to learn to speak it correctly because you're not supposed to say like ha kushu, like that. And even a slight influx means you're putting more emphasis on one syllable.
Yeah.
And so it's hakushu. It just flat straight, and it's very, very difficult. But the Japanese guys over there, when I was learning some Japanese phrases and things like that, they wanted me to speak because I would start getting drunk and my Southern accent would come out real thick. And I would say things like "Domo arigato gozaimashita," Man, they would just fall on the floor laughing,
I bet. That's some straight up.
Met some good people over there,
Oh, there you go, Ben. Hashtag hashish.
Hashish, yeah.
Hey, that would be Turkish though, not Japanese.
Hakushu Gesundheit. Yeah. Yeah, that does, Hakushu. Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Yeah. I think the only Japanese I ever learned was like 1 through 10.
Oh yeah, Ichi ni san shi go rokushichi hachikuju.
Yep, that's all I ever knew.
Well, it's easy after that because it's Juichi, Juni, Jusi, Jusan, Jusi. It's 10 plus.
Okay.
And then when you get to like 20, it's just Niju Ichi. Is 21, and Niju is 20. So once you learn those 10, if you can keep it straight in your head, you can count forever.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that E.H. Taylor is getting a little sweeter now. It's a little sweeter than the small batch for some reason.
Huchikashi, oh my. All right. Well, I hope everybody's having fun here. I am going to play the sample video one more time because we are going to give away some samples tonight, and they're really good ones. So let me play this, and these are for super stickers, super chats only. You know what I did not play? I did not play the hashtag video. I spent a lot of time, a whole like 8 minutes putting this together, so I'm going to play it. There. Now I'm going to play the samples video. I mean, I spent a whole like 8 to 12 minutes on that. So, I do have a template. I changed the background. Set the little bottles up and all that stuff to come in. But here's what we're giving away tonight for Super Stickers, Super Chats. You get 2 entries for every $1. It only takes a couple of entries to win. So, here we go. There. Well, I tell you what, Taylor, you're in it though. You are in it, and I do need to start building the wheel up. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be watching for any other entries that come in. But let me start working on this. Mark, if you want to talk about something, go right on ahead.
All right. All right. Cheers, RB and James Morgan. Good to see y'all. And what are y'all sipping on this evening? Water, a beer, a good whiskey, halfway decent whiskey. Yeah, right, Shedward. My grandfather got his hair shot off by the Japanese in the war. At least that's what he told me he was bald for.
Oops.
Oh, Sagamore. Yeah, that's Sagamore. It's pretty good stuff. I like it. And so far of the ones that I've got here, I haven't drunk much of the double oaked, but the sherry finish one, the finished in PX sherry, that's really good. I like that one. I just water tonight, Jerry. That's all right. I had to
Hey,
rehydrate myself. It was hot down here today, man.
I'm drinking water too,
Oh,
but
I
I'm
already
also drinking whiskey.
had one water and half a glass of iced tea, and I'm swapping back and forth. Ah, Taylor Bone, E.H. Taylor small batch. There you go. Yeah, I'm just finishing off this little sample. Well, not sample. This little splash I poured of the single barrel, and it's real close to the small batch. Real close. All right, Kathy Bates. I've got 3 samples behind me. I need to get shipped to you. I forgot what they are though. Let me see. They are the Still Austin picks. The 3 different Nancy picks. Yep, I got those. I got to get sent out, and then Deland. I got a bottle of Nancy for him, and I'll get that out here shortly, hopefully. My problem is boxes and things, but
Yeah. Wheel's
yeah,
good right
Jerry.
now. Wheel is good.
Yeah, that heat and humidity in Arkansas, that's what gets you. It's the humidity. The heat's not so
Mm-hmm.
bad. I mean, it's 80s and low 90s. That's not that bad. You can kind of get used to that. If you get in the shade, it's not too bad. But the humidity, when you sweat and you just get wet and then you just stay wet because you don't dry off, that's
Yep.
what gets annoying and nasty. That's kind of what it is down here right now. It's the humidity's up a little bit. We're getting those little pop-up storms in the afternoon.
Molasses.
Molasses.
That's what Kathy Bates. Oh,
Oh,
there's Jerry Arbaugh coming in there. And I will
oh,
get
Sugar
that.
Kitty. Bull Run 15 year, Nerds and Turds pick. Oh, that's cool. I did not pick that one up. Probably bottle kill the Eagle Rare for Father's Day. There you go. It's a good bottle. I get a lot of cherry out of that one.
All right. Keeping up with these entries. I feel so like in control up here, like of my own life.
Yeah. Oh, Peter White, 83 in Southern Ontario. Ah, that's comfortable right there. It
All right.
was almost 100 here today.
Cool. I am going to present the screen. Good luck, everybody. Oops, wrong one. This one. All right, there's the alarm going off. This is worth 8 entries to the quarterly drawing. Hazem. We're going to Hazem this.
Right, RB? Dang, 97 in Memphis. Oof.
Big Daddy H got the 8 entries. Hey, guess what time it is, Mark? It's time to say we have not had any repeat winners tonight. How weird.
Yeah, that is odd.
And here's the rules for repeat wins. You get the entry, but we also spin again. Now, here's the next hashtag. Oops. You know what? I forgot to ready before I posted that, but y'all can put the hoo-haws or hee-haws or whatever the hell that is in there. And I'm going to set the next one up.
Yeah. Well, since you're having Suntory, Hibiki Harmony, I'll pour some of this AO. And this one actually is from Japan.
Oh, nice. Okay. I had to get my ha-ha in there. That's Hibiki. And I've had this one. Hibiki Harmony.
Now here's this this AO that I've got.
Oh yeah, look at there.
AO. Now I can't tell you what's in it because I can't read any of that.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah.
Yeah, that's just all kind of
kanji, katakana.
Uh-huh.
And you know, they have 3 different ways of writing over there, and they can read them all 3, and they'll mix them together.
Dang. Only thing I know about it is that you read it right to left. Well, is that right? Is that correct?
No, that you read it left to right, but it's top to bottom. Like in a book, you read top to bottom. Like you'll their books are written. You know, if something is cascading down.
Oh, really?
Then you read it top to bottom. Yeah.
Wow, that's odd. I guess it's whatever you get used to, you know.
Hee ha on the tata. Yeah.
All right, we'll give that one a shot again. It's been a while since I've had any of this one. And I got this bottle, oh heck, almost 2 years ago.
Well, let us know what you think there.
It's different. I think I'm catching some of that. What is that? It's like a cola note or something. Like a cherry cola. Huh. I didn't catch that before.
Hoo-ha.
Yeah, right, Sugar Kitty? Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Well, I can tell you so far, between the Indiana Juice and the Southern Star Paragon here from North Carolina, I like this one better.
Okay.
I mean, the Wild Parallel, it just has a little young note to it. And it's not bottled and bond. It's 99 proof and not 100, you know. But
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, they aged it some in a toasted oak barrel, and it does give a very slight hint of just really slight hint of the roasted marshmallow note you get from a toasted barrel.
You
know, that toasted marshmallow, but it's not enough. I wish they would have left it in the barrel longer and gotten more of that. Honda and Poutine.
Yeah. Oh, well, congratulations, Fulton. That's awesome. You got gold medals.
Gold medals.
First place in for shot put, 100-meter dash, and first place for javelin.
Yeah, fucking ding. Oh man, I remember they did a thing on Saturday Night Live years ago, back when they were still funny.
Yeah, years
Eh,
ago.
yeah, years ago, and you cannot find the video anywhere. And
Hmm.
it was FAK. It was like a take on a pharmaceutical commercial,
Hmm.
and it was called FAK, and it was for achy knees. Is you know, and so they
Yeah.
were showing people like in New England, up northeast United States, and they would be old, like they were dressed up like older people, with the gray wigs on and everything, and they would try to get up and they would go, "Oh, fuck it," and they're like, "Yes, fuck it," and they would say, "Yeah, you need fuck it for achy knees.
There you go.
Yeah, take one of these."
Hmm. Hedonism. I have not tried that one yet. Although Compass Box makes some really good stuff. I've got one Compass Box mix. Uh, what is it? Flamin' Heart, something like that. It's pretty good. It's a little spicy, a little hot
Mm.
for a Scotch. I mean, you don't expect Scotches to be quite that proofy.
Well, Fulton, I don't have the same news channel that's in your area, but
Nope.
if you sent me a link, I will watch it. I don't think they ran that story on North Carolina local Winston-Salem news stations.
Hmm. I don't know, Becca. I think Becca's on the put me in list.
Oh, wait. We haven't started Put Me In yet. Yeah, we haven't started Put Me In yet. That starts in
Fifteen minutes.
we're gonna spin one, and then we go to the Put Me In. Yeah,
Okay.
at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we're gonna, because I'll spin this one, and then no, it's this one plus one more spin. Yeah, that'll be three after the 8 o'clock hour.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Mm,
if you're talking about a hashtag, I don't know. And StreamYard says it doesn't always show every name, but they're all there, and it'll land on whatever.
yep.
Oh, no, no, no. Well, if they're put me in now, they're not getting it. So no, it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Well, on the hour, whatever time zone you're in, top of the hour. That's when we're going to do the Put Me In.
Okay, Dad. I've never tried that.
I'm telling you, man, this is a good bottled and bond. I may do a bottled and bond giveaway next week of things that you can't get.
Yeah.
And I really, really like this Southern Star Paragon bottled and bond here from
Hmm.
North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Southern Distilling Company. They're in Statesville, uh, North Carolina. And this is the J. Riegers bottled and bond from Kansas City, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it too. And I may include. I'm gonna have a pour of it next, but I may include it in there. The not just any bottled and bonds, but bottled and bonds you can't readily get.
Yeah.
I'll try to do one of those for the spin next week. But this week, we are playing for the Sagamore Rise, and I'm gonna play
Mm-hmm.
that video one more time right now. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and share this screen. We are going to spin the. This is worth 9 entries to the quarterly drawing. Good luck. Everybody who has their entries in there. And we're landing on Becca. See there? I never saw Becca come up, and it landed on Becca. Look at that.
Yeah.
And there we go.
It
See,
prob
9 entries to the quarterly drawing.
it
And
probably
there's my
would there,
alarm
Kathy.
going off. Now, Becca just won the 24 note nosy kit. And I don't always have time to watch the chat, but Becca, did you get your package today? I think it was supposed to come in today.
Oh, cheers, Rusty. Don't worry about being late. You're here. That's good enough.
Well, good enough. And we're playing for Sagamore rice samples. Let him know what you're giving away, Mark.
Yep. Al Rusty, if you want to get in on this giveaway, I'm giving away a 1 ounce sample of 3 different types of Sagamore: a barley wine, a double oaked, and a sherry finish.
All right, so this is Ichiro's. See what I was talking about? The Mizunara Wood
Mm-hmm.
Reserve. You will see there's a Mizunara peated one. I don't know if it's this week or next week because I put together all the slides, but
Yeah.
they call it peated. It's smoked. Is what it is,
Ah. Okay. What,
right?
smoked with Mizunara wood?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know what Mizunara wood is, where
I
it
do
grows, what
not
it looks
know
like.
either. I'm sure someone like Sugar Kitty or somebody can Google the frick out of that,
Mm.
but it's sounds like it's probably something from some region, something that,
Well, if they're
you know.
making cask out of it, it's got to be something fairly dense, like an oak, like a white oak, because that's what
Yeah.
they mainly make, barrels out of is white oak.
Oh,
So it's
hadn't
got to
been
be
able to.
something
Okay.
dense.
Well, she said she hadn't been able to make it to the mailbox yet, but I will say this: please let me know. Just message me when you do, and let me know because I packaged it so well. I have really used a lot of bubble wrap and everything because well, I've had issues in the past, and I'm trying to
Mm.
make
Yeah, with
sure.
sparkles.
Yeah, oh
Jeez.
yeah, sparkle. But that was someone in Arizona tampering with packages and stealing stuff.
Oh.
And they had to pay me money, big money, a couple $100. YKB made me do this for him. Okay. I will put plus for YKB, and then I will add more YKBs to the wheel. Okay, got that. And there.
Yep.
Got it.
Well,
Wheels good. Wheels good. Okay.
I can say if y'all get a chance to buy a bottle of that Suntory AO, get one. It's pretty good.
All right. Okay. Well, and I will say the Japanese are very technically correct with everything they do,
Hmm.
right? They're very conscientious about the flavors. They have excellent, they're the science folks, right? I mean, they want to execute it perfectly. And we were talking before we started the show, and I said that translates well into food and alcohol and things like that, but it doesn't translate so well into baseball. They
Yeah.
all have the exact same swing. They all try to field the exact same way, and it takes the heart out of the game. And that's why they lose so badly when even a farm team from America goes over to play like a top team in Japan. They wax them in a series because the American guys are playing. They'll bend the rule, of things. And I'm not saying the rules of the game. I'm saying, if the ball goes here, then this happens, and da 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 da. Because a lot of it's calculated, and we run drills and all that. But every once in a while, they'll throw in like a little trick in there or something. Yeah. All right. So you're going to try it. This is one of the ounces you're going to give away.
Yeah.
So,
Look at it's dark too.
hey, no matter what it tastes like, Mark, don't make a bad face because we're
Okay.
giving it away tonight. Okay.
It's wonderful.
No, be honest.
Huh.
Oh
Dang.
no, no, no. I get
Got a
that.
nice
Yeah,
nose.
European. Now I'm not talking about, and it's there's a difference between football and football. FUT ball. Yeah, so that's way we saw it when I was over watching the TV
Mm,
overseas. But football, there's American football, and then Europeans call
wow.
soccer football, interchangeable.
And
No, they absolutely. Oh, Whiskey Nose is in the house, man.
cheers, Marty. Oh, speaking of whiskey nose, check out this shirt.
There you go. Look out! Look out! All right, let
Man,
me.
this is that Sagamore Double Oak is quite good. It's a little sweet. It's got a little sweetness to it.
Cool.
I
And he's
wonder how
not
it.
just saying that because we're giving the samples away.
No. It's good. Um, let's see. Rusty. Oh, just a super chat. Whatever you super chat. Yeah, I think each dollar gets you 2 entries.
2 entries for $1. And those same entries go toward the halfway mark giveaway, and you get the same entries into the quarterly drawing. So you have 3 ways of winning on the supers. You can win the samples tonight. And even if you win the samples tonight, you still have the same entries that go into the quarterly drawing. And you still get the same 2 entries into, or the halfway mark, I mean, and you still get the same entries into the quarterly drawing as well. So you get triple entries on these.
Okay. Yeah, it is different. Okay. I'm comparing the Sagamore Double Oak with the Woodford Reserve.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they're completely different.
uh-huh. One of them is actually a rye.
Yeah, the Sagamore is all rye, and the Woodford is a bourbon. So yeah, they're completely different.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little hint of the same kind of a nose. It's kind of in the background. I mean,
Yeah.
the Sagamore is rye forward, of course.
Oh, absolutely. But you're going to get that little oaky, and I call it an oaky sweetness out of that double oak. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Woodford Reserve, uh, I mean, it's already kind of sweet anyway, regular Woodford
Yeah.
Reserve. And that double
Oh
oak
yeah,
is
it's sweet.
a teeny bit sweeter, but it's far more oaky. You get more wood out of it. It gives me wood anyway.
Yeah. The Sagamore has got it's more rye forward, that peppery note, but it is sweet too. It's not as sweet as the Woodford.
I mean, Peter White's saying that the Woodford double oak compared with Old Forester 1910 is better head to head.
Yeah. I don't
I
have
mean,
any
I
1910
get that,
right
and
now.
I might do that on a semi blind, and I call them semi blinds because I know what whiskeys I'm tasting. I just don't know what order they're in,
Hmm.
and I think the Woodford Double Oak and the 1910 probably have a similar color.
Yeah. Pretty
So
close.
I try to pick when I do it. I have my wife pour them into A, B, and C, and um, but I don't want to pick
90
ones that are
proof.
drastically different in color. I want them to be close. So
Well, these are fairly close in proof. The Woodford's 90, and the Double Oak Sagamore is 96.
yeah,
So that's not much off in proof.
yeah. All right, we are at the point where I'm going to spin this thing. Good luck, everybody. On
Did you get the
Ooh,
Bourbon Syndicate in there?
I did, I did. The
Okay.
wheel is good right now. We are going to spin for these 10 entries here. So we're into double digits now. I see RB popping up there. Kathy Bates.
Excuse me. Well, imagine that.
And that's 10 on top of everything else. And I'm going to set the next one up, but I'm not going to post it yet because guess what time it is?
Oh. Does everybody get a trophy time?
Everybody gets a trophy.
Well,
Okay. I'm going to set this next hashtag up, but now I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to kill my alarm, and I'm going to type in the start, put me in. And
all
now all
right.
you have to do in any form or fashion is type put me in the chat, and you get 2 entries to the quarterly drawing.
Oh, Sugar got him just ahead of you.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay. I will. Okay. You know what? I didn't write you down here yet. I will do that. And I'll write Lori down, and then I'll write Sugar Kitty. And then I'll back this thing up here so that it'll stop scrolling. And you take over. Okay.
Okie dokie. Oh, there's the land. I'm just still kind of going back and forth on these two. Trying to see which one I like a little better or not. It's kind of hard to decide which one. They're both really good, but I think it's kind of what you're in the mood for. Yeah, the Woodford Double Oak, it's good. It's comes across a little sweeter and not as maybe not as in your face because it's more of a bourbon than it is a rye. But they both go really good with a cigar. So
And I
oh
don't even know right now if I am even simulcasting to Facebook.
there was something I when I joined the stream it said something about Facebook. You had to be like a had have 100 followers or something, and
Yeah.
there was something new about broadcasting live on Facebook.
I mean, whatever. You know, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish, but if I can't, I mean, it didn't tell me I couldn't, so I don't
Yeah,
know if I am or not. And I didn't read all of it. I was just like, whatever.
yeah.
If
That's
you
what
don't
I
want,
did the same thing.
yeah, if you
Like
don't want me
whatever.
over there, then fuck off. You know.
Yep, I was the same thing. I was like, well, whatever. Ain't like I'm broadcasting live on Facebook anyways. So
I mean, I just haven't seen. Oh, I do have 2 thumbs up from Facebook. I can see it up there. So I am still on Facebook. So
okay. I guess I'm gonna have to break down and get like a Twitch account or something. A lot of folks are on that one, but I've never been on it. I'm not a Twitch guy or a TikTok or you know all the other ones. I don't have time for a lot of social
yeah.
media, so working too much. And then when I
Okay.
get home, I don't want to. I just want to chill.
Yeah. All right. I got that. Got that. Oh, we're getting them tonight. Here we go.
Hmm.
We are getting those entries. Okay.
Good. Good. Good.
So we'll give it a
Hmm.
couple more minutes. If I see any more come in, I will write them down. If you haven't done so, please type put me in the chat. You get 2 free entries to the quarterly drawing. Everybody gets a trophy.
There you go. Makes it easy.
All right. I'm going to pour this J. Riggers to end the night here. Mm. I picked this up when I was visiting my son. He bought me. Yeah, Guani, I got you. He bought me some distillery tours while I was there
Oh,
for my
nice.
birthday. That was last year, and I
Uh
went to
huh.
visit him around my birthday. And I'd bought him a Blackstone grill, and we had, we were cooking on it, breaking it in, seasoning it, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Heck
And
yeah.
it was fun. It was really fun. And then we went to the distilleries, and I fell in love with this stuff. This is really good.
You know, you gotta watch it. That's what I did with Still Austin, and now I've got like I don't know. I haven't bothered to count, but I'm guessing close to 20 different bottles of Still Austin stuff.
I know, but the only redeeming thing for me is I can't get it because it's all the way in Kansas City. Now I could get him to get it for me or whatever, but
Yeah.
I mean I still have. But I bought like 6 bottles of it while I was there.
Oh, there you go.
You know,
Got to
so I
stock up
still
while
have
you can.
a lot on hand, right? Yeah. Well, I didn't buy 6 of the same thing. I bought 3 bottled in bonds and 3 of what they call Kansas City whiskey,
Hmm.
and it has they can put up to 2% Oloroso sherry in the blend to make
Wow.
Kansas City whiskey, and
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me about
yeah,
that.
yeah, and so they went to have it registered in DC, and they're like, "Hey, you can't do that," and they're like, "Here's your law. It says we can," and they put 1% of it in there. It is fantastic, dude. That Kansas City
Mm.
whiskey, the J. Rieger one. Now, there's
Uh-huh.
others that put the whole 2% cherry. You know,
Hmm.
the Oloroso, it's too much, but J. Rieger's does it real subtle, and
I'm
it's
I'm thinking that Stranahan's might be doing that
yeah,
because the last time I was out in Colorado, I picked up a bottle of Stranahan's, their sherry finished one, and it tastes like they just added straight up sherry to the bottle. I mean,
you
because
know,
it was just I've had a sherry bombs before, but that was like, oh my god, it
but
would just slap you in the face.
if they're calling it bourbon, they're not supposed to because that's classified Kansas City whiskey.
Kansas City whiskey.
Kansas City whiskey. J. Rieger's had it classified that way because it's bourbon, but they had a classification called Kansas City whiskey because they were the ones that came out with they found it in the law.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I left that bottle in Colorado, so when I go
KC
back, it's
Masterpiece.
liable to still be there.
No, but you know what? I don't mind KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce, but not in my
Yeah.
whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that would be wrong.
All right, Fulton. I'll check it out when I get a chance, man. Cool. Well,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to read these off. Somebody, Taylor Boone. Taylor Boone. Okay, I saw that. Uh, if I do not call your name, I do not have you in for the put me in. Please type it again if you do not hear your name. Throat clear. Mr. Great Shot, Lori, Sugar Kitty, Big Daddy H, Rigger Wonka, You Knows Bro, Gawani Ostinaco, Kathy Bates, Carl, Jerry A, Bourbon Syndicate, Cody O, Mike Brock, Kane Sample, Whiskey Nature. I
Hmm.
abbreviate these, so I'll get you. Peter White, Jerry J, John Kranz, William Hall, Whiskey Nose, Fulton, RB, Becca Mudtramp, and Taylor Boone. If I did not call your name, I did not get you in for your 2 free entries. Fulton, I have you.
Did you get
And Bourbon Hunter, there's one.
whiskey uncensored?
Nope.
Ben?
I will put it down now.
Yeah, he was in there earlier.
We all should let me finish reading before you.
And then Guani, you got Guani right.
I got Gawani. Yep.
Okay.
All
Portsmouth was
right.
in
Now,
there. We're
here's
good.
where I'm going to type. Now, this does not mean stop. Okay.
Of course.
So it goes to the end of the show on the put me ins, but all this means is I stop paying attention and trying to really find it in the chat. So if you are coming in a little bit late and you want to type put me in, make sure you put it in all caps or do something with a lot of exclamation marks or whatever,
Hmm.
so that we notice it. But we are going to get back to the slides and the entries because we're up to 11 entries on the hashtag. So here we go with now this is the one. Yeah, this is the wood peated. They call it peated.
Hmm.
It's not peated
He's
because
an RO
I
wood
put
peated.
plated. Look what I did.
Plated.
I did.
Well, you know.
It means peated. I meant peated. Okay. Hey, I put this stuff together. It takes hours every week. Okay, so made a mistake. But kayo. So an A and I makes an I sound. Kayo Mizunara would peated, not plated. But
Ah,
doesn't matter. It's worth 11 entries to the quarterly drawing. So let's go. And that may have been an
oh, very,
autocorrect on that part.
very cool, Fulton. Hope you had fun, and hope everybody enjoyed it.
Mm. Now we're going to spin a couple of more here. We have this one that we're at 3, 2, 1. So this is worth 11 entries. The next one's worth 12, and the last one's worth 14. Yeah, I'm going to blame that on that damn autocorrupt. That's
Uh,
what I call it anyway. Instead of autocorrect, I call it autocorrupt.
yep. My
I'm like,
phone still does not recognize redneck whatsoever.
mm-mm. Well, people talk about AI taking over the world, and I'm like, shit, they need to master the fucking English language first. You
I
know?
know it. I mean, heck, I can speak pretty decent English. You know, granted, it may be a little bit of a redneck English, but still. And Siri or whatever does not understand my butt half the time.
I know
Which
it.
I'll speak some. I'll say this sentence to to send it out as a text, and it will come up with stuff that I did not even get close to saying. And I'm like, I
Yep.
didn't even say anything close to that. What the heck?
What I hate is when it auto changes something and what I was trying to type makes sense grammatically in a sentence, and what it changes it to doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Your English teacher would give you a D minus on that. You know?
Yep. There you go, Kathy Bates. Some of us can understand fluent redneck, or even
Yeah.
drunken redneck, which is a little slightly different, but still, you know, Siri has shit, no clue, no clue whatsoever for some reason.
This is fantastic, by the way. This is the best one of the night. That Jay Rieger.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in order, wild parallel. The first one I had is number 3. The Southern Star, North Carolina, really good. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, but number 2, Jay Rieger, number 1 of the night on the bottom
I
of the
got
box.
you. Well, I'd say with the comparison between the double oaked and the double oaked Sagamore,
Uh huh.
I preferred the Sagamore over this one,
Yeah, I could see
over the
that.
Woodford.
I mean, Woodford's gonna have that base, you know,
It's
dark.
got
It's
that,
like a dark sweetness to it.
yeah, kind of a molasses note to it.
Yeah, a little bit, but not
Not,
like Rebecca Creek.
oh yeah, not like the Rebecca Creek. Now that's some dark molasses right there,
That
like
is
sorghum molasses.
full moon molasses right there.
Oh man, that stuff's good.
Mm-hmm. Whew, that is, yeah.
Yeah, we have to go with something completely different. And now for something completely different. There we go. All this talk about Pete, I'm gonna have to go with a little bit of Port Charlotte.
Mm,
If I can get it open. I have not opened this
man.
bottle yet, so oh dang.
All
It's
right, we got a
fighting me.
pretty good looking wheel for the samples giveaway. We'll do that here shortly.
Hmm.
But I'm going to try to get through all these hashtags first. But we are coming up. I know I speed them up just a little bit here at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But we're going to spin this one in about right now. So
Okay.
let me go ahead and do that. I know it was
Uh
quick, but
Mike Brock, the Still Austin cash drink is definitely worth 60. Um Only because you can't get a hold of a Nancy pick.
right.
Nancy picks are a little bit more. They're like
Boom, Peter
90.
White.
Nice. Congratulations, Peter.
Now, this is Mark. This is definitely the part of the show where we say, man, we've had no repeat winners
For sure. This is
and jinx
unusual.
ourselves. There we go. I
Ah,
mean, wink, wink, jinx it so that we have repeat winners. and I can put some plus signs down. I mean, I've seen it happen this way before.
This is one of the few that I've seen that we have not had repeat renters.
Well, remember though, like when we get down to number 2 and 1, a lot of times it will hit every single person that's already won,
Yeah.
and then it will have someone new. So you have a really good chance of getting entries on this one. Let me go to this slide since I already posted it out there. This is Konosuke single malt.
Konosuke. I've not heard of that one at all.
Yep, Konosuke.
Yeah.
Konosuke. Single malt.
Yeah, right, Sugar Kitty. Hey, Vern.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of peat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's different.
Now, which one did you pour?
Port Charlotte 10.
Oh, okay, Port Charlotte 10. Okay. I love how they leave it pale. They don't artificially color it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no color in that. I don't think. If there is, it's very minimal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Does it even say that if it's colored or not?
They don't. They don't say. But I will say this, Mark. Please take over the show for a second. I have to go see a horse about a guy.
I gotcha. You go talk to a man about a horse?
Yes, I'm going to go horse a guy about a sea. And I'll be right back.
All right. I gotcha. 10-year-old in oak cask, which is, oak cask from Kentucky, more than likely. And it 100 proofer. But it's good. Jim Denny from. Oh, okay. Yeah, Peter White. I've only heard of one of these whiskeys. That was the Hibiki. The Hibiki Harmony is the only one I've heard of, and then there's another one. He hasn't come up this time. It might come up next time. I think it was another Hibiki. It was what is it? Like a coffee, something coffee. I don't remember what it is, but it was quite good. My brother has one that was I got from him. I tried it out, and it was really tasty. The cool thing about the Japanese is they have a really good nose and palate for blending like Scotch type stuff. It's most of the ones that I've had, the Japanese type Scotches have been just really good. They're really they're not in your face. You're not like someone like this here, the Port Charlotte. It's a little bit in your face with the peat and whatnot. Most of the Japanese blends are not like that. They're really mild, really easily drinkable, and have a great nose to them. You can sit there and you can nose the thing for an hour, and just take a slight little sip once in a while and be like, oh, this is really tasty. And then back to nosing it for, an hour or so.
Man, have you ever heard the terms eyeballs floating?
Oh yeah. Been there, done that.
They were bouncing around side to side, man. It was getting critical.
Well, hydration is key.
Well, and I did drink a couple of bottles of water. That's all I have left. I forgot to get more green teas, so I've just been drinking water with everything. And once I open a bottle of water, I don't recap it. I just finish it. So I've had probably 10 bottles of water today.
Yeah. I'm a little slacking on that. I'm bad about drinking water. I mean, I'm here in Texas, and like today, I soaked through my shirt twice, and I probably had like 3 bottles of water while I was out working, which is not enough. I mean, I should be drinking a lot more water.
But you're also sweating it out, and
Well, that's the thing. I'm sweating it all out, but I'm not replenishing.
Right.
And because I'm like, I can't stop the working right now. I can't stop working to rehydrate. I get get this done.
Ben, I got you in there. You are the last one on the list there. Whiskey Uncensored. I got you in. Chasm.
Yep, that's a chasm, all right.
All right, so we are at time to spin this one. I know they're coming quick, but that's the nature of the beast.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I hate that. Sorry, I got mine. Okay, here we go. Sorry about your luck. Yeah.
Do zero? Oh.
Oh, that means it doubles. It doubles. It is not worth 12. It's worth 24 entries to the quarterly drawing.
All right.
Here we go. 24 entries to the quarterly drawing. Here's where we're going to have repeat offenders.
That's
Boom.
cool.
I told you.
Oh, Big
Big
Daddy,
Daddy
H.
H plus 24.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then we're going to draw again. I don't let the confetti die on your second celebration. I go on ahead and spin. And now we're landing on Peter White.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, plus 24.
That's a double, isn't
Here
it?
we go. Here we go. I told you this would happen.
Yep. Well, we opened our mouth up,
Hey, I love it. I love it. Give them away, man. Give them away. Here we go. Bourbon Hunter. Okay,
Bourbon
now
Hunter
that's a new one.
All
But
right.
Bourbon Hunter, okay, gets plus 12 because you get 12 for that one. So plus 12 is what I put down there.
Because yours from there, it doubles though, right?
It doubles.
Still?
He gets 24, but
Okay.
it already has 12 over here. But I write 12 down, or plus 12 down. So it's 12 plus 12 is 24.
Gotcha. Okay.
Stop sharing. Gosh dang it. Don't mess me up. All right, here we go. Last one worth 14, unless it lands on me again. It would be worth 28 then. Okay. Hashtag in front of it. Okay, here we go. Copy. It's so exciting. Okay, here we go. Last one. You cannot get this one. You cannot get this one. Don't even pay attention to this one. I don't even think they make stuff anymore. Karuizawa Artist 13. I remember this was the most expensive one on the list. It is, I think it was something like $13,000. It was
Holy
from a certain year. That they don't even make this anymore, I don't think, but bottles are still floating around. But this is the only one unobtainable that I really remember from the list.
Okay.
But it was there, so I included it to make 20. But I did. It just happened to land on the number one spot. I didn't plan that.
Oh, okay. Yep. Never heard of that one.
Not me either. And I certainly wouldn't pay the price of a used Buick for it.
Oh, heck no.
No.
I think some of these prices have gotten way out of hand.
Oh yeah.
I mean just on the whiskeys here in the U.S.
Oh yeah. Now this is going to go quick, guys. This is going to go really, really fast. I'm gonna a couple of minutes here, and then we're going to start spinning this thing and freeze it. Tastes really good as it's melting. A Crystal Light peach. So Crystal Light's that powdered dietary.
Like lemonade type.
Yeah, mixes in your water. Okay.
Dang, Peter White, 50 grand. Holy crap. That's just nuts.
Was it 50,000?
Wow.
Oh, can get. The one I saw, they actually had a bottle of it on the site I was looking at.
Yeah.
And everything was in euro. So it was, I think they were trying to sell it for like 13,500 euro or something.
Dang.
That artist number 13 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Just because it's the distillery's out of business now or something?
Mm-hmm. I mean, shit. Would you retire if you could start selling bottles of liquor for as much as a house?
No. No, I think I would have a few extra cash laying around and throw a few extra bottles here again for that kind of money. Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, if I invested in a barrel and that barrel became super popular and I had like, I don't know, a bunch of freaking cases of bourbon, I would share with you guys, right? I mean,
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah. We have 1 ounce samples flowing all over the place.
mm,
I mean,
I'd be
heck,
doing bottle giveaways at that point. But anyway, um, it's time for me to spin this thing. We're gonna spin. If you don't have hashtag KARA, hurry, 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 because
oh,
over the
okay.
next 1 minute, my alarm has gone off. I'm gonna see. I knew a bagel bumper named Kara. Real bitch. Okay. Well,
Well, it happens.
All
Some
right.
of them can be. I
Now,
got my mom's in Michigan right now. She's gonna pick me up some bagels
okay. I'm
because
going to share the screen.
I can't get Ben to send me any good bagels. That's where they're all at.
I see another one came in. Any more? Going once, going twice. All right. I hit 22 with Taylor Boone. I'm going to spin this thing. Good luck, everybody. 14 entries to the quarterly drawing. And boom, Shredward. That's
Shedward,
fun.
nice.
That's the best
Ah,
one to win, man.
heck yeah! About time he won one.
Yeah, I got 14 entries to the quarterly drawing. I see that guitar there on the Shredward.
Yes, sir. He's a shredder.
He is a shredder. Okay, well, that's all of that. And so let's come back over here and we are going to spin for the samples in 2 minutes. So here's the deal. If you haven't gotten in on it yet and you want to, 2 entries per every $1. So you can throw $2 in and get 4 entries or whatever. But I'm going to play the intro one more time. So for every $1, you get 2 entries to tonight's drawing for the samples, and you get 2 entries
Plus,
for every dollar to the halfway mark giveaway that's
mhm,
happening on July 25th. That's an entire bottle of a Nancy pick from Still Austin,
yep.
Nancy Fraley, Nancy the Nose, and you also get those same 2 entries per dollar to the regular quarterly drawing. So you have 3 ways to win. But we're at 8:27. My alarm's about to go off.
Mhm.
So I am going to go ahead and do this. If something comes in a little bit late, I'll put you in for next week. But stop right now because I'm about to spin this thing. So let me present the screen.
Okay, let's see that wheel.
There's my alarm going off. Here's the samples giveaway. I'm going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Good luck, everybody. We can read the names. That makes it more exciting.
Oh, well, you can. My screen's a little small to read most of those
Yeah,
names.
I can see it's probably
Let's
going to
see.
land on
I'm gonna,
YKB.
I'm gonna zoom
Yeah.
in.
All right. YKB. That means I
All
send the
right.
samples to, you know who I send the samples to?
Who's Kathy?
Kathy.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, good. That
yeah,
works out great then because I've got 3 samples I need to send her right now, anyways. So I'll throw those other 3 in that same box and
there
send
you
all 6 of
go.
them at the same time. Perfect.
There you go. Because, and congratulations on the
Congratulations,
win.
you knows, bro.
Congratulations, bro. Okay. Woohoo. Cheers. All right.
All right,
And
and
we
I've
are,
already got them. There they are. They're already
there they
poured
are
up,
right
ready
there.
to go.
Is that 1 ounce samples?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. You hold them like that. Man, when you picked them up, I was
Well,
like, are you still pouring 2 ounces? I was like,
well, sometimes I do. There's a comparison.
yeah, oh, yeah.
There's a 2 ounce. This is a one.
One. Yeah.
I
Yeah. The
kind of
other
like to
one,
pour 2 ounce samples. That way, whenever they get the sample, they can not just have one pour for themselves. They can pour
right.
a sample for themselves to try it and go, hey, my buddy here, let me pour you an ounce of this. You try it too. You know, that's kind
Right.
of why I like to do 2 ounces. But
I know, but that's a lot to be given away on, especially when they get all the
yeah,
entries for the other things. But we're at the end of the show, guys. I hope you had a good time and there was a lot of entries given away tonight. Thanks for joining, supporting the channel. We'll be here next week, but adios.
all right. Peace, love, and whiskey, y'all.
All right.